Hello, Commanders! Today, as you can see, we're planetside, basically where we landed. I was actually gonna go, drive around, try and find this crater, but I really don't think there's much we're gonna find here. And since I haven't mapped up my route, what we will do is go and do that now. Let's get back into the ship and check this out, if I can get the combination correctly. Alright, and today I'm going to be doing like some of the shorter jumps as we try and make our way to, I guess this way, to Jellyfish Nebula. And I did really think about going, over there to the loop, but over to Bernard's loop, but I'm like, it's a bit too. It seems like it looks fun, but I'm like, everybody's been there, and I'm not like trying to look for necessarily everything new, but I am trying to look for new things in general. So we will do. Hopefully, this is a bit shorter than I would really want it to be. 200. Well, let's try and go for 400 at the very least of distance. Wow, and you go a little bit further, it's sparse all over again. So hopefully be able to do this. Maybe about here. And 300. So that's perfect. Because hopefully I don't get, locked in again. Wait, this is going straight up? Kind of is. I wonder. If I stay down here. Yeah, we'll stay down this way. Because that. Yeah, we'll definitely do this. Because it looks like, I at least have a better chance of getting to one of the stars up here. So we'll do that and we'll go a little bit further. I really should have mapped this out beforehand, but maybe I'll skip it. Here we go. We'll go to this one. And instead of, actually, I should have gotten out of that screen. I know this is going to take probably a while, so I'll probably cut out a bit of it. But depending on how long this takes, I might not make it the full distance. Because, it might get a little bit tedious. They're just kind of boring. You know how exploring gets. But yeah, this one will be most likely a lot of dead planets. But I'm hoping to see, a lot of stuff that I have not seen before. So what I'll do to make sure that I come back here is bookmark this location, hopefully remember it, and go over here and try and get rid of, because this is what, the B. Yeah, okay. We'll get rid of this one real quick. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Because one thing these bookmarks do is they start to stack up after a while. So, at least what I've noticed anyway. So, let's get on our way. Get these engines fired up. If they weren't already. Pretty cool sight there. But yeah, let's get off this this rock. Fly upside down, I guess, to do so. And oh, perfect. And I don't have to, leave atmosphere to get out of here. Kind of straighten out so I don't overheat. And flip around right about now. No, maybe it wasn't quite a crater. It's just not as deep as I thought it would be. Like some of the planets have, those huge deep crevices, and it's just kind of, interesting to chart your, not really chart your way down, but take the way down pretty slowly. But during the very first Horizons beta, I went to crazy amount of just different planets just to see, the type, the terrain, see what I'd find, stuff like that. Just it was really interesting. But I don't know. It's just one of those little cool things you see. But let's hopefully hope this this journey gives me something really cool to see. I know I'm not specifically going to stars that are Earth-likes, but or it's not stars, systems that have stars that would hold Earth-likes. But I'm hoping that I find maybe a couple. But yeah, hopefully my internet isn't going to be completely slow. If it's so, I will definitely be cutting out a heck of a lot more stuff. But let's see what we find. This is basically a dead system, but it won't hurt to check it out and get points in the right direction at the very least. Actually, don't think there's here or anything here. So, sad day. Yeah, nothing in the system. So, another reason I'm not, getting stars all the time is simply because, I mean, they're not technically worth all that much. And unless, I'm gonna like stay in the system and, discover everything, I don't really want the whole package deal because it's kind of, it's kind of a waste of time. I mean, if you haven't explored like a ton, it's definitely interesting to have like your name on just a whole bunch of stuff. But I mean, I've been out several times. I've done the whole star thing where I've scanned. I have no idea. I'd say at least a few thousand stars, if not more or less. I really don't know, but it seems like 1,000. But maybe it's just a couple hundred. But yeah, once you scan, at least 100, you feel like you've accomplished something. Even though there's what 4 billion or something of them out there that they talked about, or several billion, I'll say, just to cover myself. But yeah, let's see what is in this system, and if anybody had the audacity to discover it before me. Nope, it's unexplored. So I'm actually okay. See, this is a system where I'm gonna scan basically everything on this top row here, besides the moons or satellites, whatever people call them nowadays. Let's get turned around and check out this main star here. Alrighty, let's turn on orbital lines, because I always have them off whenever I'm exploring, because I feel like it's kind of not really cheating, but it'd be like, why would the orbital lines be mapped out? I guess the ship could probably do it, now that I think about it, but one of those things. And I do love the reflection on the God, what would you call it? The deck of, I guess, a ship like this, of like the sun there that shows up. It's just kind of subtle. Just a really nice effect. Something I didn't really talk about during the beta. Should have, but I did not. Now, let's find this next one. Probably gonna fly right past it. Something I usually do. One cool thing though about the bug mark system is if I do find any Earth-like systems, I'll finally have a way to track them down much easier rather than taking a couple screenshots. Because I still haven't actually gone back and bookmarked the systems where I specifically found some Earth-likes, just because I don't know, it just seems at least at this moment a little bit tedious. Control Z discovered. And from here? No. Discover scanning from here. Are you the next one? No, you're not. You're way out there. Let's check out these ones real quick. I know not necessarily going like in this order, like the most efficient way. Usually, you map out which one's closer to you and all the good stuff, but or specifically closer in its rotation. I'm just not into that. At least not at the moment. Maybe if I was, if I had seen the system before and had at least a moment or two to think about it rather than just jump straight in while still recording, I might have, taken a different approach. But, I mean, for right now, this is fine. But, yeah, let's get these scanned. I did see some really impressive shots on, I guess, Elite Dangerous Twitter, though, of what some commanders are getting, because they've been out for, I can't remember his name, but he's out for like 181 days out exploring. I think that's like awesome. Crazy, but awesome, because I would not have that, not the ability, but I'd get kind of bored, I think, being out here for that long. Like, the most I've been out, I think, is like maybe 60 days, maybe? But that's just because, I got kind of, not really bored, but, I got like, I stopped playing for a short time, essentially. I kind of got busy, and it came back, and it'd been 2 weeks since I played. I'm like, oh crap! I've been out here for a while. I'm like, I don't know where I'm at or what I'm doing, so I just kind of kept going and kind of went pretty far. But I didn't really see anything that spectacular. But it was definitely a fun experience. When you go away and you kind of forget what you're doing. Not entirely. I knew I was exploring, but I just wasn't sure exactly what I was doing. But, yeah, I know these aren't worth that much either, but, it's just I just kind of want these. Because I've stumbled on plenty of systems recently where people have, just taken all of the green planets, and I kind of want to do that once too. Pay them back if they ever come this way. But yeah, I'm not actually mad at them. It's just, you get far enough in the bubble, you're just like, oh, I'll be the first person to see that. And I know on the fastest route, it's not likely to happen because everybody is taking the fastest route usually. So you're likely to somehow they mysteriously take the same route as somebody else. But yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen too much since I'm doing shortest right now. I do assume I'll hit a few planets or systems that somebody else has hit, but let's hope that it won't be too many, because how many jumps is it saying I have? 40, which is ridiculous. But yeah, that's kind of like what I'm looking for. It's what I like. But yeah. So, and I don't know exactly if I will be adding, a music track to this. For like the parts where I'm not really talking, because it happens. It's pretty easy to run out of something to talk about, at least, since there's no real betas on the horizon to kind of get excited about. I mean, the next one, which will be passenger missions, which I didn't play in the old game because I was not playing it on I can't think of the system it was on the what was it, the BBC or something? I don't remember. I know they ported it later, but yeah, I never played like any of the old Elites, so I'm not like familiar with what the passenger missions were or what the story behind them is. But I mean, from the perspective of a new player like myself, or a new person to the Elite like universe, it definitely sounds interesting. Like, I know I'd probably get annoyed after a while after being shot at by a few pirates or so, or I don't know what you'd call them. um, I don't know. Like, would you call them pilots? They're pirates. They're going to take, I guess, people from you. Or would you call those human trafficking, like mafias or something? I don't know. But I know I'd probably get bored of that. But it give me a reason to pick up, or use my uh, Imperial, not courier, clipper for that type of thing. I'd actually probably use the cutter too that I have, even though I mainly use it for trading. But I think it'd be definitely interesting to use it for some passenger missions, just because its size is ridiculous. And it gave me the reason to pick up the Orca, because I tried it out during the beta, and I mean, it's a terrible fighter, but it is an interesting ship to fly. Like, the interior of it is, if you check out, I think it's my Clipper like music video thing that I did. It's definitely interesting. Like, I really like the ship. I mean, I never really have a use for it, but it is just a cool ship to fly. Like, I get why people like it, but yeah, I think that's all in the system. So let's get locked onto the next system and see what extra we found here. Hopefully not run into anything along the way, which I have done in the past. But let's see. Alrighty. Earth mass is class 2, nothing interesting. Let's see here. Pristine resources, good to know. Helium, no life, which I didn't really expect. Of course, pristine reserves. I don't know why I said resources. Atmosphere, ammonia, no life. Can I scroll down on this, please? It's not like letting me scroll. There we go. Yeah, no ammonia-based life or anything. Oh, wait. No. Water vapor, super less than 150k. Yeah, no ammonia-based life, but definitely interesting. And I actually do have a question. If anybody actually does know that checks out this video, is anybody actually, bringing a basically a mining set with them when they're out here exploring? Because I always think that would be kind of like interesting to have that, because you could get some really cool resources minerals or materials that are out here, like that I really wish they do it, like the stuff that's completely out here that isn't near the system, that's just in perfect condition. That I think it'd be more abundant. There'd be no pirates. I know it's kind of a ridiculous thing, because I mean it'd be a one-stop haul, so you'd be collecting whatever is worth the most when you left, and hopefully it's still worth the most when you got back. But I think something like that would be just pretty awesome. Or if there's like something unique out here that you found and you just took it back and it kind of crashed the system, like I'm wondering if that's a reason to have, a full-on mining setup. Not like a big crazy one that you'd fill, every slot out with, but just a couple. It'd be definitely really cool. At least I think personally. But, yeah. My internet's being kind of slow today. I don't really know why. There's nothing actually on it besides myself. But, yeah, I guess it must be the neighbors streaming away since everything goes to a box and slightly slows down even though it's not supposed to work that way. But, what can you do? There we go. Here we go. Let's check this out. Let's just scan this one real quick while I scan the rest of the system. And the reason why I'm not scooping as much is because I'm doing such short jumps that it's not relevant. But, yeah. Let's, it's a dead system. Completely useless. Was it ever discovered? Yes, it was. It's no fun. I wonder. They did! They went out and discovered everything but this one, of course, because it's probably, yeah, it's ridiculous ways out. But, yeah, I can't believe they went out here and discovered all of this. Alrighty, well, this is a pointless system. And that's why I'm not scooping fuel, because it takes, like, nothing to fill up again. But, yeah, let's, get to the next system, and out of this essentially dead one. Interesting, now that I crossed paths, but not, I guess, uncommon. Jumping away. I really wish there was more to say. So, what I might do at this point is put some, music in the background, and just put it on very, subtly, just because I don't really know what else to say. Like, I checked out the newsletter. I mean, definitely interesting. There's just not much there to say, at least. Nothing, that's that interesting to talk about. Nice, and another Onyx Force system. I'm really hoping one of these contains life, because, they're kind of like the money maker, if you will. Not money. But, yeah. Hopefully, that works out. And, yeah, I do hope you guys do check out my, Undertale, his theme remix. It's a bit trancy, but it's really good, actually. And I wish I was, just, like, plugging myself to do that, but now, like, it's actually really good. I did it for somebody that asked for a slight techno remix. I know I talked about this in the last video. It's the last that I'll talk about it on. But it came out more trancy, and it's a really good mix. So if you are actually interested in checking it out, it's in my SoundCloud. The link will be below in the description, and definitely give it a check, or definitely give it a listen. It should possibly impress you if you're into that type of thing, or at least if you know Undertale. Like, I personally never played the game yet, so I'm hoping to actually start playing it soon, because everybody says, it's one of those games that you can't be privy to it, so I haven't watched anything on it or, read anything about it. It's just one of those things that I'm really interested in definitely playing. So, I'm hoping to do that hopefully here in the next couple weeks, maybe a week or so, whenever I get a chance. Just haven't had time, so hopefully I'll be able to do that. Let's see here. Get this next one. Check it out. And nothing. So this one first. Which is on the complete opposite side, so I'm not going to do that. Go here first because it makes more sense to me. It's probably actually further in the long run, but, I guess that happens. Some of my absolute favorite things to do is to go, near like a ring system and get some really cool shots. Maybe for like backgrounds or something, not necessarily for, like a YouTube artwork. But they come out really, really cool on occasion. And then if you apply a little bit of a blur to them, a glistening blur, just subtle, it makes it look kind of, not realistic, but it gives it a kind of character that's just really, really something else. But that's just what I do personally to screenshots I take. I don't really do it for any of the ones that I, put for the YouTube artwork, just because I kind of try to keep them pretty clear. But, yeah. Anything good here? Let's see. Water vapor, hydrogen. No life. I know it's not necessarily the type of gas giants that will hold life, but you can never not hold out hope for it. But yeah, let's check out this last one, or last two. I don't actually know if I'll check out the small one. Seems kind of worthless, but I do kind of want this system for myself. So after that last system we just went to. So let's go up here, check this out. I will add a little bit of music from this point on until I start, seeing some stuff that's interesting, or I'll just cut it out. It just depends. But one of those two things will happen. I mean, I won't do it until after I leave the system, but or in getting ready to leave. But yeah. So I might do that. Maybe do a little time lapse. I mean, it all just depends on how long this is. I mean, I still have quite a few jumps to do, and I know going around, scanning planets or gas giants isn't all that fun. So, I mean, the next time that I most likely really say anything will be next time we're in a system with some interesting planets, and yeah, we'll see what it's like. It almost looks like a wood grain that I've never seen before. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Is that new? I hope you guys see it. Like around the radar, there's like this brown material. It looks kind of like a glassy coating on top of it. Just a bizarre color. I don't know what to think about that. I don't know if I like it or not. It's kind of weird. Hopefully, it's just for this moment in time. But no life. Might as well head out to this one. Won't hold life, but at least put my name on the system, hopefully. Unless somebody comes out here just to discover the system and takes the names away, essentially. And if I do discover any Earthlights, I probably won't put them in this video, but I will hopefully put them in a later video. Mainly just because I kind of want a couple, more with my name on it, just because, it is a rare thing. And who knows where the game will be in, 5 or 2, not even 2. 4 to 5 years, if it's still relevant, or people are playing it, or if they've moved on to a different engine type thing. I doubt they would, because I don't really think they need to. To me, this game looks fine, but I mean, I understand why people that look at Star Citizen or something else that has over the top. I guess they don't use over the top. They're using the Crytek engine for it, but has that style of graphics that puts an emphasis on the blur effect. I mean, I get where people like that, but I guess I've never been about a game that has to mask itself with blur effects. Because in real life, I mean, how often is something super blurry by you? I mean, unless you can't follow it, but I mean, it's not that often, and it doesn't make things look, that good. So I'm not trying to spark a debate about which looks better, isn't better. I personally don't care, but it's just one of those things that I'm always curious about. When people really like blur effects and stuff like that. I mean, I have them on for this a little bit, but I mean, it's not like I can all that fast since I'm not using head tracking. But yeah, get the system. I'll probably put a little music on if there's nothing interesting there, or I'll cut it out altogether. So I will see you guys as soon as we get to our next destination, I guess. Alright, here is, I think, the 4th system from when I left off, or cut from. Sorry, there was dealing with a email for half a second. But looks like we have some stuff here. I mean, it's nothing that's interesting. It's no Earthlights really, but they definitely, there's only 2 here that's worth looking at. But you can hear. Let's water. Sounds like this one here. Wind, I guess. I don't know, I'm just guessing there from what it sounds like to me. I know they have specific, samples that they use there, but for that. But that's what it sounds like, at least. So let's see if I can turn around. Um, we'll take the sun. Not take it, but I guess mark it. Feels like I'm slightly marking my territory, but I I don't really know what to say. But yeah, let's get these two planets, and yeah, it'll be at least a slightly good find on this trip. The last 2 or 3 systems I was in were already fully discovered, and they were completely dead. So I don't know why you'd go out and discover every planet in a dead system. But yeah, I guess people do that. And if you do that, why do you do it? Because I'm really curious. I'm not knocking you by any means. I just don't know why you would. Like I don't know if there's like something to be had, or if there's like maybe like something that is worth a bit more. Like I'd definitely love to hear. Like I'm not going to personally go out and discover every system and scan every single thing, because that'd be madness. But at least for me, it'd be madness. But yeah, I'm always curious, and I'm gonna fly right past the third time. Come on, come on. Darn it, so close. Let's do this again. Not, overscan. Take our time turning, since the Anaconda is quite slow at it. Yeah. This is the only reason why, like, an asp, when you take it out, is really, really epic. Because, I mean, it can turn in super cruise. The Anaconda is really nice because, space, the fuel tank, and just the class sizes, I guess, and the components you can add, the modules you can add. Other than that, like, there'd be no reason to take this out if you hadn't asked for, like, oh god, the little Explorer. I can't think of what it's called at this moment. I'll have to put, the top of what it's called. Diamondback, there we go. Now I don't feel so bad. This is just gonna be really slow. Okay. And, okay. We're into this planet. This doesn't, like, hurry up. Oh no, I'll miss it. Okay. That was unnecessary. Alright, oh wow. Wow. That's actually really impressive. It's almost got like a gold metallic thing going on to it. Let's make leaving this pain, but let's not get a little closer, but a little bit more to the bright side of it. That's a really cool looking planet. I mean, it looks like it'd be a desert almost. But definitely cool. Some of those things that you forget to do when you're out here is just actually just go up and look at stuff. The modeling isn't that bad at all. It's actually really interesting. I kind of like the cloud textures because it's really close to NASA. Not really close, but it's similar in a way to the shots we get back from NASA. But yeah, definitely cool. Let's check out this other one. I know it's gonna take a moment to get away since I got pretty close to it, so I'll get away from gravity. But I'll just spin out of it. I do apologize if this makes anybody at all sick. But yeah, let's get over here. Come on, let's go, Conda. And most of the time, I have yet to ever name a ship. I've never had that like compassionate feeling. I mean, I'm not even like the type of person to name my car, so I don't have any like special names. I mean, if anything, they'd all just be called I don't know. I actually have no idea. I have no name for them actually, so I take it back. But yeah. Hopefully, when I get back, I'll do a little bit of maybe trading. I really don't know if it's profitable anymore, but I'll do something that's a little bit profitable and get another Anaconda, I think. I'm not a fan of the Corvette still, and I will maybe this actually. I don't know. I will get one ship to make like a battleship for no reason whatsoever, just because I like having a bunch of lasers and a bunch of point defenses go off at the same time. It just looks really awesome. That just makes. I know this is a support ship, so it's not really a battleship by any means, like a Corvette or anything. But it's just one of those like really really neat things to just see. It's kind of makes you look like you are at the battle when everything is going off all at one time. So let's high middle content, sulfur, and high middle content. Just metallic core. Okay, nothing interesting. Wasn't really necessary for me actually to go and check that out, but definitely be worth a little bit of money there. So I'm actually happy for it. And I could go and discover, the rest of the stuff in the system, but I'm not into that. Too much work. So I will see you guys at the next system where something actually is. So yeah. Well, Commanders, I'm back. Currently in Secret Cruise. What I'm actually finding is even though I'm doing the shortest route, this seems to be a well-traveled route. So once we get to this next system here, I'm planning to change the end destination. I'll go a couple more jumps. I've been at this for about half an hour, no, about an hour now actually, and I haven't been finding too much, which is part of exploring. Like there's some good days, some bad days, or some good routes, some bad routes. But basically, since I'm not actually finding much of anything right now, I plan on going and let's listen here. When high middle content, when water. Okay. But yeah, let's change the route and change the angle because I'm not actually really enjoying just going in, I guess, people's shadows. It's not really all that interesting. So instead of going there, how about let's zoom out completely here? Because not my angle, but my half goal was supposed to go to here, but there are all of these nebula over here. So I'm assuming the route people would take is as the crow flies, they went over straight there. Well, basically, instead of me doing something like that, I guess there's nothing out here, is there? Oh, there are. Okay. What I will do then is go over this way. Since what I basically want to do, is get out here into the nothingness, where it's nearly impossible to travel. So it'll make my videos extremely probably short because it'll just be which way do I go, and hopefully I can pre-map it out or something like that when I get out here. But oh my god, out here it was absolutely awful. I basically just want to go as far as I think I can get, but I don't actually think I'll ever be able to hit the star, even with like a full FSD boost. Yeah, there'd be no way. So I'm hoping maybe one day we'll get like a ship that can make it truly out to the edge over here where hopefully something is. But I guess those are only ones from planets that I can stop at for fuel. But yeah. So instead of going there, I'll get rid of that bookmark too. Let's go left or right. We'll go right over to here because it looks a little bit lighter. So I'll map it out, but I won't probably go that far, at least not today for this video. But let's map out. God, that's 2,000 away. A bit far. Let's map out maybe here. Like a good spot. 200, perfect. And since we're doing the eco route, we should hopefully get some good system or some good planets en route. Delete this. Well, Commanders, as you can see, we're in the system here. Basically what I've discovered since mapping out the route last time is that basically everything is discovered already, like in the system. And I mean, I know that's, what's going to happen since I'm trying to, get away from it. So what I'm planning to do, actually, is, I'm going to switch it to longest route here, or fastest route. And we're going to just get quickly over here. I've just been recording a while, so I'm going to have to cut this video at the point of when we get there. But basically what I'm going to do, is map this out to go, basically over this direction a few more paces. And so that we can, hopefully get down this way. Maybe swing around back to the Jellyfish Nebula if I get the chance, or if I find something cooler out this way, do that. But basically I just kind of want to get away from all of these systems that, have been previously discovered, and I mean, there's a ton of nebula over here that I know Obsidian Ant has actually talked about and been to. But, if I remember correctly, he might have been more up this way. But, yeah, I basically kind of want to get away from that because that's where a lot of the people are traveling because, I mean, who doesn't want their name on a nebula? Like, I have discovered one complete nebula. It was somewhere up over in here. It just wasn't touched at all. I think it wasn't this one. It was somewhere up over here. It was it was before Horizons that I actually did that, so I don't even remember it at all. But I have it written down somewhere. But yeah, so basically we're just going to get to this point here really quickly here, and from that point on, the next videos onward, we will map it out to, if my email stops going off, we'll map it out to go, this way for a while, and then hopefully down this way and out into, the abyss, that we will hopefully see some really cool things, which it looks like we'll be able to, fly around. We won't really be able to fuel up, but hopefully we find something out that way. So let's get back to this and see what we can find. Most likely say something before, the actual end. Hopefully we see something along the way as well. It's actually worth it. But yeah, I actually don't know what to expect. So hopefully we see something. I don't want it to be too boring. But it might be that way. So that happens during exploration. But when you actually do see something for the first time, or something that's not discovered, you're just like, oh wow, that's awesome. Even sometimes if something is discovered, it's not that bad. It's just like that's cool. But yeah, let's get out of here. And for this what do you want to call it? Super Cruise. People got really mad about all the nebula that you could see. They say it breaks immersion from what you're actually flying by, and I've never really understood that. I just think it looks really cool, so to me it's just, it doesn't bug me. I guess I don't think there needed to be such an ordeal about it, personally. Because if you're just gonna do that and all you're seeing is, nothingness, or just a few stars fly by, I mean, people would think it's not populated enough or it's empty. But I do not feel that way. Even though I know that high metal content. We discovered just that. Hotel 2600. Okay. Did I discover it? Or check it out? We'll check this out real quick. I know there's nothing on it, but it won't hurt, and for some reason nobody wants the sun, so I'm just gonna leave the sun. It makes you think like, oh, maybe there's something, and then you hit the other thing, and it's just like, there's nothing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is high metal content, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll check it out, and we'll continue on our way, whatever it is that I'm ready to go. It is so nice, actually, only having this stuff in my transaction since I was blown up in the Clipper. A bit of an expensive, I guess exit strategy to get rid of the stuff there, but really, really nice. But yeah, let's get over here as fast as we can without overshooting. It's something I'm really not fond of doing, but am just known for, I guess, because I don't really pay attention, and I just kind of like, I'll look at one thing for a half a second, and then by that time it's too late to throttle down to, was it 75% or 65% or whatever it is. So I think it's actually 35. I actually don't know. There we go. Now let's get this scanned and get off to the next system. That actually looks really cool there. Looks like almost like a cobweb or something, just hanging out. I know it's just it's a nebula and everything, but yeah, the scans get pointed in the right direction and get everything charging up. Available materials listed in system map. Ah, interesting. I've never read that before, so I've never read it, I guess, completely. Yeah, high metal content, just as I thought. But yeah, cool. Let's get on with this, and yeah, let's see what else we can find. Hopefully something cool. If not, I'll definitely cut till the end. So, I will see you guys in the next system. Alright, Commanders, we are coming up to our last stop here. Before basically I end here, I basically just want to say, thank you guys for, coming and checking out the video, and ones prior if you checked them out. If not, yeah, you should definitely at least check out the outfitting for what I do for, outfitting the Anaconda or just any ship, because, I mean, if you've never been out exploring, it can definitely be of help, because, I mean, lay down, you don't always need A class or the best stuff, you just need, a really good fuel scoop and some other stuff from it. So you might be able to learn one or two things, but I mean, if you're already accomplished, it's kind of useless for you. But yeah, I mean, it's just what I fit it out for this trip, because I do change it up here and there. So it's definitely worth checking it out. It's in the Voyage playlist, or just a couple videos back, since I'm not too far in here. But yeah, let's feel up here, see what's in this system before we finish up completely. I doubt there's really anything. Hopefully we can find a planet here to land on. Of course we can't. And oh, water world. So we will go one more system actually, because I personally prefer to land on planets. If you've ever followed anything I've done before in the past, or at least just a build in general. Or not build, trip, I guess you can say. So turn this way. Okay, it will go this way. Hopefully that system could be cool, but this one right here. Let's check it out real quick. And hopefully find a good planet to land on. I don't know what it is, I just really enjoy it. It really, hits home that you're, out here in the middle of nowhere. So let's hopefully find a planet that doesn't have ridiculous gravity as well, that we can land on relatively easily. I really like to only damage my ship on the way back rather than, the way out, since I've just really started. So, and I do have, AFMs and all that good stuff, but actually earlier, I assume I really cut it out, but I got really close to nailing a star actually when I jumped in. I don't know what was wrong with me. I kept hitting the accelerate and not the decelerate, so it's kind of one up, kept going. I mean, that's usually why I always say throttle down at the point of when the timer hits 0 when you're about to jump, because you will, you won't accelerate into the sun. I did not follow my own rule. So let's check out this system real quick. And perfect. And sadly it's already discovered. But perfect. We will. Did somebody actually go out here? Yep, of course they did. So we'll go here. Hopefully set down. Should probably check out what the gravity is before I exactly get there. Get pointed in that direction since it's immediately close. Ship turn down. Alrighty. I just want to check the gravity. I don't think it's that much, just because it's a really, really small planet. And of course, it's not going to tell me until I land on it. But its radius is really small, so I'm not even worried about it. It could be dense, but I'm not too concerned. So, let's go and get landed. And yeah, I just want to say thanks you guys for always checking out the videos, if you do or if you don't. But I sincerely appreciate it actually. And if you have any questions or things you want to see out here, or plans or something you really want me to get close to, do let me know. I usually record on usually Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, I used to do it Sundays, but I just haven't had time. So Tuesday or Wednesday is usually when I record. So if you leave me a message beforehand, I might be able to get something out. And I will be doing a video on the Sintel relics when I get back. I have had a lot of people asking where they're at. I personally, at this moment in time, don't know. Because I definitely could have changed from when I recorded that video, which was at the end of, or at the end, at the very, right after the beta ended. So, it, might be time to go back and look at it and post an update video that is just where they are located. But yeah, we will see what happens by then. Hopefully they're not too far off. But I mean, there are suggestions in the video, so I mean, check out the comments like always. I mean, I'm super happy that people have been checking it out and answering stuff, so people have some idea of where the stuff is at, because I just can't know everything exactly, or I can't know where everything is, when I'm not in the system. So let's get landed here. Hopefully in a not ridiculous location. Definitely a cool planet though. But yeah, let's cut it down. All looks like a really kind of crappy location. Hopefully right in here will work. Go pretty close. Yeah, 0.7G. Landing gear. Get put down. Whoa, my fault there. Put some lateral thrust. Sorry, I haven't been talking. I'm not even really focusing on this landing. I don't know. I'm just trying to land like I usually do. Go to a perfectly, perfect spot. Like that is. I don't know how this has been working out so nicely for me. But I mean, the flight assist off is usually only for, at least in my opinion, for when you get to a high G world. It really just helps out there. But yeah. Alrighty guys. I don't know why I said already, but alright guys. I will see you all next time. I don't know why I said that early, but yeah, guess I'll see you guys all next time.